Hi everyone, this is Sue. I have a journal ready I would like to share with you. It is a altered children's book. It was a book similar to this, where they're just real thin. I don't know if you call them like a pamphlet book, soft cover. And I made it into a journal, has almost a 2.5 inch spine. And I tied it with just a shoestring. And we'll go inside and look at the inside. I lined the cover with an old piece of linen, embroidered linen. So it's just a soft cover. And I have a free motion foot on my sewing machine now. And I really am trying to get good at doing that. So any sewing that I did, and I have another journal ready too, and these two journals I did with my free motion. So as you can see, it's not very straight, but I'm not going to use the other foot until I have the free motion. It takes a lot of practice. I want to make sure I get the feel of it, and so it is kind of fun. So this journal kind of lent itself to that type of style, so I just kind of went with it. Has some designer paper and some pages from a garden book for pockets, little tickets tucked inside the pockets, and some old doily piece on linen rickrack on the pocket. I took a garden catalog and made some little journaling tags or cards, I guess you call it. There's some fabric for a tab on the side of the page. Again, and this is the carrot seed, so it kind of has a theme of the carrot and growing all the way through the book. The story does go in order of the story with a lot of pages in between. So it can be a journal for just a gardening journal, or a journal for, the keeping track of the growth of your child, or it's just a fun journal. And there's some paper flowers I made. I kind of weaved some fibers through the page. There's another little tag hanging on the pocket up here on the page. There's a little pocket on this. This is a page, and I put a little pocket on there with this little drilling spot. There's some tuck spots underneath the images. This has a band with some fibers and two little tickets tucked in there. This is some paper. There's a little tag tuck spot down here with a little carrot tag. Some designer paper in a pocket with another tag. This is a little journaling spot on the back of this little tag. I think this is a little, if you want to tuck a picture in there or something, that underneath that lace, you can tuck things under there. I really like my journals to have places to write and places to tuck things. I'm kind of a big one for tucking things in. There's a spot there. And this has a little tuck spot underneath the band. That's a journal card. More designer paper, a lot of vintage fabrics on all the tabs. So another journal card in these two pockets. This has just some pages for writing on, like a little booklet with a paper fastener. A little piece of lace there. This is just a piece of aged paper. There's a little carrot tab on there. This is another. I used when I made this journal, I tried to use everything. Like I used the whole linen instead of having things left over. I used all the designer paper and tried to kind of add it all in. So I don't really want to have things left over from a project. They just don't seem to go anywhere. You go in a project and it seems like that's it. Then you move on. Here's another tuck spot. This is a page from a gardening catalog. And the story is this little boy plants a seed, and his whole family throughout the book tells him, you're not going to be able to do that. That's not going to grow. And he tried so hard to just keep taking care of it. There's a couple little journal tags, gardening tags in there. This is an old book page that's just sewed over. It has a tuck spot down here. Page flips out. These are paper clips. You know, I just wanted them to look like something that would go in the book. So it's a carrot, of course. There's another little booklet in here. It's the other side of that journal page, and I just took a little card in there. This is some type of a game piece of some sorts. I put paper on the back. It had, you know, a little shovel, and this little monkey was shoveling. Kind of went in the book. There's a recipe card in here with another little journal spot. The journal card, the little tuck spot down here for this little tag. Again, this flips out. This is another paper clip with a mushroom. Some fibers woven in the page here. And the journal spot there. So then I'll kind of go through it a little bit quicker. It's, I guess it's all kind of the same type of theme throughout the journal. The pages and the story and the tuck spots and the things from garden books. And this a little receipt of some sorts. Some fiber down in here. This is carrot cake casserole from an old recipe book. So I took that in there. Little game card. A journal tag. The pages are all aged to give it a little bit of a interesting look. A little burlap tab on that page. Just a little burlap, a little fabric tab here. Some of these, when I did the book was one signature. So this book has 4 signatures. So when I repurposed the book pages, I had to cut them all in half and then rehinge them. So I rehinged them with, so this is kind of a fiber fabric, I guess you could call it. So this is a coffee filter with a journal card inside. Goes under this old muslin band here. There's another journal page here and some fabric on the side of that page. There's a journal card with a shovel and stamping and weaving of the trim. Some fibers up here. This is some of the fabric that I made the tabs out of. It was a little kind of like a postage stamp quilt top, so I added that in there. Some more fibers here on the paper clip. This is a journaling spot. It's just out of a magazine you got. I was looking for somehow to make ephemera to go in here, so this is some pages of, I think they're almost like post-it notes, so I kind of sewed them together. They're not kind of cute. There's a tuck spot there, tuck spot there, tuck spot there under that ticket. This flips out. This is an old cookbook, retro cookbook page in here. It's got some aqua color on the back, and I think it had something about carrots. If you weren't about carrots, you didn't get in the book, so it had something about carrots. This is another recipe for something carrotish. Another little journal page and come see, that card says. I think in the story when his seed came up, he said, come see. So I thought, oh my God, I'm going to put that card in there. It's a little recipe card and some trim on the top of that pocket. And this is another garden book. Shovel. Tickets under the tickets. This is for soil analysis. Kind of washi taped that in. I had some cute washi tape that kind of matched. This little ticket under this flower, tuck spot. This fabric matched this paper so closely. I thought it was kind of cool. And this it's got a pocket here. This is an envelope, tuck spot. And usually most of my images always have something that, you know, you can, if you want a picture or something tucked in there. I made some postcards that have kind of a fabric. See, I was practicing my free motion stitching. So this is one project I was using that on. So this is a layered flower, the button. So I put that in there. There's another tag here. Another one of these. The old crocheted doily on the edge. This flips out again. So there's a lot of writing spot in here. And this opens up, this envelope is just empty. It's just tied shut and it hangs on this belly band on this page. And that's the back page and that's the back of the book. So that is my journal called The Carrot Seed. And you know, I'm not sure exactly the age of the book should be in here someplace. It says copyright 1945. So there are no other dates after that. So this was the 1945 version of the book. So when I see a book, a children's book or different things like that, when I'm out and about, I really kind of am attracted to the artwork inside the book, and it was so simple and such a cute story. So I thought, well, I'm going to try to make that into a journal. So I will put that on my Etsy store, and I will leave the link below. So if you're interested in this journal, the Carrot Seed, altered children's book into a garden journal or a child's life journal, you can go over to the Etsy shop and check it out. And I thank you very much. Bye now.